Isn't it a little hard for you to watch videos and news reports about gun violence in the workplace and in schools, recently in Orlando and UCLA, without recalling the terrible events that took place in the Stockton school years ago?
Yeah, I mean, in the 80s, we had the Cleveland school shooting. My grandmother was a first grade teacher there. And actually, I was in a journalism class like you, and I was at Lincoln High School. I think I was becoming a freshman at Lincoln. And so the lady named Janet Gain, who was the teacher at Cleveland School, she'd actually switched yard duty with my grandmother that day. My grandmother didn't go to school. Janet took her yard duty, and her leg was pretty much blown off. So she let me take, and of course the cameras were this big then, but she let me and my friends take the camera, and she goes, "I'm going to show you something," and she showed us the hole in her leg. And when I showed it to the class and the teachers at Lincoln, they just all started crying, because at the time nobody had seen a shooting like that before, where somebody just went in and just mowed down children and then shot a teacher. So really, Stockton was the first school shooting of that magnitude, way before Columbine, way before all this. But my heart and prayers and deepest sympathies and condolences go out to those families, because it's just awful. The world is full of, ISIS and Al Qaeda and all these terrorist movements. And so I know that sometimes we get lost in our everyday lives of taking kids to school and soccer practice and worrying about what you have to do tomorrow and where we're going this weekend and whatever the family drama is at home, that we stop. It's important that we stop and we're thankful for what we do have, and that we're thankful to God, and that we realize that there's other families suffering everywhere in this country. And people in Stockton are always like, well, there's a lot of crime here, but they should realize that yes, there is, but there's a lot of crime in other cities too, and some cities have become so unsafe that police don't even ever show up, and we never want to get like that. I just think back 3.5 years ago to when we had 71 homicides, and I never want to go back there again. Already I'm on red alert right now. I'm on DEFCON 2 because Stockton has 20 homicides, and there's no way I want to get to 71 like they had before. And yesterday afternoon, I went out to Oak Park, and I sat there with the Cambodian community. I didn't have much to say. I didn't have any words that could calm them. I gave a lot of hugs. I listened. I cried with them. They showed me the memorial for the one of the young men that were killed. They told me what happened, and it's devastating. It's not a movie. It's not a fairy tale. It's real life in these tough cities.